Well, hi, how are you? I finally broke my glasses. I broke the frame, and I went and put them on this morning, and there's a crack in the lens. So, there's no excuse. They're free through the VA, but I just don't want to go. It's a long way. It's like a fucking hour drive, and I just don't want to go. I'm lazy. I wish I could do it through the mail. Say, send me these frames. Okay, well, this is the new camera. All right, and what I did was it come with a mic, but I put the other mic on it, my old mic. Um, One thing I don't like, I'm going to take a whole bunch of time rambling. This is just a fucking test. One thing I don't like is that on the old camera through the old Canon, when I plugged the mic in, it showed a volume level when I turned the volume up on the mic. It showed that on the right now I got it set to high, and speaking of high, I got it like, oh, what is it? It's 1080p and 60 frames per second. That's what I got it set on. See what that does. It does have a 4x, then it has another 1080p, but that's 30 frames per second. So my other one, I could tell if I'm recording or not because I had the volume meter, the level. This one, no. But that's not the point of it. I mean, if I got sound, it'd suck to have, and that's the purpose of this. I don't want to shoot a fucking video and then not have any. I've been in a weird mood this past week. Well, even a couple of weeks before that because I really don't care. I mean, it's like I don't think that the age has anything to do with it. I'll be 65 in end of February, but I don't think that fucking has anything to do with it. I think it's just I don't know a phase, a change. It's like I mean it's not a problem not caring. Some things I find take me a little bit longer to remember. Not big things like yesterday. I'm trying to format this. It kept saying you need to format the SD card. I'm like, so I put it through the fucking computer and I format it and I format it and I'm like, and it ain't doing anything. And I can't remember the last time if I formatted it through the camera. Well, that's what I did this time. I found the setting, and that's the deal about this. You don't have. By the way, the lens finder, it's crystal clear. I mean, it's great. Speaking of lens, you don't have a shutter button, but you do have a cap. Which goes over it. It's to a string. And directions. They don't give you directions. But they do have it online, and it's very simple to do, and they're easy to follow. There's a link, and they're easy to follow, and I'm like, okay, great. So I haven't found anything on volume control yet, but I found how to format the card. I'm like, cool, and then the damn thing worked. I'm like, okay, so I'm learning, but it took me a while to why isn't this formatting it? I almost bought another card. Almost did, but I didn't. Craft holster, they got 15% off if you use Flash 15. Which is great. I mean, and the holsters are. I mean, I love this holster. It's just like, I mean, it's like I'm sitting down. I mean, it's just like, yeah, bending over at the waist, going sideways, gets a little, sticks you in the ribs a little bit. So don't bend over fucking sideways. But sometimes I catch myself, more and more. And it's like, I walk out of the store and I just look around. I'm like, nowhere to be. I did get up early this morning because I needed to renew my lottery, my Fantasy 5, which I've been playing forever, and I don't know why, because I don't win anything. I would a little bit. One day I'll win. Anyway, I brought a few props out here, to take a look at. Oh, on the close-ups. I wish this had and it may be something simple. My 9mm. I bought this off a friend. Yes, 9mm. Got civil defense, like fucking 50 raw or 50 grains or something like that. But man, are they fucking cooking right along. It's like those civil defense. Yes. These are 38s. And man, they cook. Yep. Where'd it go? There it is. The very accurate gun. Very accurate. I mean, it's sweet. I like it. It feels good in the hand. It's flat. I can carry a shitload of bullets. These are like 15 round 15 round mags. Carry 2 of those, and I mean, you're cooking, boy. Let's do it like this. Put one in the pipe. Yep, I like this gun. It's a nice gun. Did you know? Oh, you probably did. Like I said, I'm just filling shit up. Look at that. You know what that is? That's a Hanwei Raptor Wakasashi. Yes. That is what that is. I've had this a couple years now. Yes. Ugh. When you go to zoom, it's like goes in spurts, like jumps through frames. So I don't know. It's not that big a deal. Look at that. This thing is a fucking razor. Trust me. I don't think you can find these anymore. I don't think you could find them when they were in business. This thing is a fucking razor. Yes. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Did you know, and I'm sure you did, some jades, like I said, it's just filler. some jades, if you get them the right size, once you get them on, you don't get them off. You have to break them. That's why a lot of these Asian ladies, they wear them forever. But this one was really weird. I got it like right here. You see, it's the way the hand is. The hand's got this bump right here. And this one right here, it's like, once I got it on a little bit, it's like sucked the hand in there. It's like, whoop. And no, it's not coming off. I had this green one first. And then I was like, so I like that black one. I like the sound they make too. You may not. And I got in some goop. I don't know why. These here, this is Sergeant Nicole G. I was moved by her story. This is a ally refugee. She was on that team. 26 August of 2021. She's a Marine Corps sergeant, killed in action. Shame. I was moved by her story. And then moving on with people helping people. This is Captain Eleanor Alexander out of Vietnam during the Vietnam era. And she's a nurse. And she actually volunteered to go help out at another hospital, another MASH unit. Took someone else's place. And on the way back, the plane was diverted, or the helicopter, or call it whichever one you want. And they had to land elsewhere. They were diverted. And when they went down to land, they crashed. Killed them all. And these are the 11. No, it actually was 13. 11 were Marines, still are, and an Army or Navy corpsman and an Army sergeant. Suicide bomber. Had a vest, and he got through, and boom, took them all out. Just people helping people. Weird. You wake up one morning and you're going to work, and you're like, what the hell happened? Yep, that's a beauty. Alright, well, I think that's enough footage, enough babble, enough shit that we don't normally talk about. And that's about it. Love that gun. Oh, what's in my pocket? Well, let's see. I got a Spyderco. I can't remember the name of it. Sometimes I wish they put names on these things. Yeah. And I got a little Microtech. Ding. Can't remember which one this is either. But it's a little Microtech. It's a Microtech. I'm going to hell. Alright, well, let's go walk around a little bit on the way out and put my shit back in my holster. Yep. I mean, that is just comfortable. That's like super comfortable. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I don't know if I cussed in this video. Oh my gosh, I may not have. Wouldn't that be some shit? Oops. Well, anyway, back at the ranch. I don't think I'm going to walk around. I don't know. I was going to, but you kind of see the quality of it. Works for me. I'm going to go take it out of the fucking... this one's a little bit different too. I don't have to take it out of the... let's zoom back. I don't have to take it out of the camera or take the SD card out of the camera. Like I did, and I put it in an adapter and I plug it into the USB port. This one I just I plug a cable into the back and plug it in the computer. It's a lot easier. It's not, yeah, a lot more efficient. This one has some good qualities and has some wonky things, and it's only wonky because I haven't figured out how to fucking use it yet. See, that's the mood I've been in. I'm just like, yeah, and oh, by the way, and I got my can of chemicals. Yeah. Taken after Captain Electro's idea. Keep out of reach of children. Well, damn, that ruins my fun. I was gonna go over there to Billy Bob's house and say, "Here, toy for you." Boy, those fucking. And speaking of Bob, there's something that's been bothering me, only because I have no life. It's amazing to me how much Bob always has a problem with his neighbors. I don't know where the fuck he moved, but before he moved, he had a problem with crackheads and meth heads and some guy that kept walking by his garage and looking in and putting, and of all things, laying staples in his yard. Bob used to take them and put them in a baggie with a note on where and when and the date and where he found it in the yard. And I'm like, why does Bob have so much problem with his fucking neighbors? It's not just the one. I mean, this woman next door, he says he got up in one video, he got up to take a piss. It's Bob 472 or whatever. I call him Booby Trap Bob because well, that's self-explanatory. But this woman, he goes to take a piss. He said he had to go real bad because of his age, and he's had prostate issues, and way too much fucking information, Bob. Some days I just can't hold my mud, but I don't go out doing fucking videos on it. Or I put it back in my pants and I leak, but I don't do videos on it. Too much information, Bob. But you always have a problem with your fucking neighbors. Then there's the woman, she's on the other side of the fence, the privacy fence, I assume it is. Not much privacy, and especially with Bob next door, because Bob cut all the fucking trees down on his side, and he actually said something about putting these lights up, and he shines it at the house. He also knew broadcasts that are coming and goings, when they leave, when they don't leave, how many people are there when the husband's not home, and the kid. I'm like, Bob, you sound like a fucking creepy person. You know, I care less what my fucking neighbors do as long as they leave me alone. But Bob, you come out and fucking start building around me and shining lights in my fucking place, and I'm gonna have a problem with you too, Bob, and you're gonna have a problem with me. And speaking of having a problem with somebody, that idiot went as far as to tell somebody else who was gonna come visit that if he did, he wouldn't leave alive. Well, what the fuck's wrong with you? Well, that was like over a year ago. The person went home and he's thriving and he's well. And Bob, you're a fucking moron. You are. You're a fucking paranoid little. You live in your own hell. You're in the jail cell. Like changing the screws on your door hinges to make them stronger. So in case someone kicks your fucking door down. Bob, you got fucking issues. You got issues, Bob. You really have issues. We all have issues, Bob, but goddamn, man. So anywho, back at the ranch. I'm making slurping noises. She's on the other side of the fence making slurping noises. He said it sounds like somebody sucking on a dick. So let me get this right, Bob. At 3 in the morning, you fucking rush outside. You don't use your fucking finger. You use that finger to point a lot, and it's fucking bent. It's fucking bent. It's like a goddamn hook. And like you're a pickpocket that only steals key rings. And I don't like that finger, Bob. That finger scares me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that finger's fucked up, Bob. Yeah. No, I'm not going to take it. So anyway, she's on the other side of the fence, and she's making slurping noises like she's sucking on the dick. Okay, Bob. So you get up at 3 in the fucking morning or early in the morning, you got a piss. You got a raging piss. And you can't hold it because you've had this and that and blah, blah, blah. So you run outside. Well, there's holes in that, Bob. Why don't you just go to the toilet? You run outside. And you go outside with your fucking crooked finger. And you go to the fucking fence, the corner of it, and you're taking a piss. And while you're doing that, this woman, she comes out, or she's already out there, and she was waiting on you. How does she know that you're going to get out of there? How, Bob? And you're whipping it out, and you're taking a piss, and she's making slurping noises. Maybe I don't know, Bob. I think you're the problem. This guy comes along and he's putting staples in your yard and nails, and I'm like, why? Why staples? I don't know. So anyway. All right, well, that's enough banter and babble, and that's just something that, I was like, why, Bob? Bob, I think you have fucking issues. I really do. I thought I had issues. Well, I got a few issues, but I'm not a prisoner in my own home. I'm not like paranoid and say, oh no, there's somebody in the woods behind a tree making sucking noises, watching me pee. Oh, and his wife, his Filipino wife, he's talking about her a lot, about how she, and you know what, Bob, if you don't want nothing published, then, well, don't put it out there. You put it out there, Bob. You make it public knowledge and do a video on your activity, and then you complain when someone, mentions your activity. There's like 3 or 4 times now she's come out and there's people following her, and they walk up to her car and she pulls out her 9mm pulls out her 9mm and wrecks the slide. Well, Bob, I don't know about where you fucking live, but you just can't. You don't walk out in a public area and pull your gun out. Just because someone is walking, they're not allowed to walk. They look suspicious. They want to kill me, Bob. And you rack the slide. Bob, you just don't do that. You're going to get attention. Well, I don't know, but that often, like 3 or 4 fucking times, oh boy. All right, well, look, that's enough. Enough venting and moaning and bitching and crying. Yes. I definitely have to go now. I am terribly, terribly busy, right? Right there, Chuckles? Yeah. So I'm going to take my toys and go in. And that's the new camera. I don't know if it's recording sound. And the battery's cool, too. I don't have to take it down and look for my battery charger. I just plug it into the USB, or I have an adapter with a USB. And I plug it in that and I fucking charge it. It takes about 2 hours. It comes with 2 batteries, 2 memory cards. It's an 18X zoom. It does great. And it's under $100. Can't go wrong there. I have to go. I'm terribly fucking busy. Ugh. I'm your Huckleberry. Oh no, he did not do a safety check. He pointed the gun directly at the camera. It probably pointed at the cameraman. There's no fucking cameraman, you idiot. There's nobody out here. Not even a woman hiding behind a tree, making sucking noises. Reminds you of being in the Philippines with that little man date boy,